Welcome back, Cannapreneur Partners, Canna Newsbreak, everyone. This is kind of a sad issue, and it's a recurring issue, and it's the main reason that Cannapreneur Partners has named his first two dispensaries joint operations. So we're partnering with military veterans to bring these two dispensaries to market in Mendon and Raleigh, Massachusetts. Iraq War veteran Steve Mandile, he's a Massachusetts resident. He was injured during a deployment and has struggled with chronic pain and PTSD since he returned from the military. He uses marijuana to treat his symptoms, but this is unlike many vets with similar problems who struggle because the state doesn't recognize PTSD and other chronic illnesses as medical conditions that qualify them to get a state-issued medical cannabis card. This is horrible. This is just horrible. 33 states in the U.S. right now have PTSD and other chronic illnesses as reasons that you're able to get a medical card in their state. Massachusetts, which, champions itself as one of the most progressive states in the U.S., is way behind the eight ball here. The fact that a veteran who served in battle overseas in Afghanistan, Iraq, wherever the hell he was, or her, has PTSD, can't use cannabis, which veteran after veteran after veteran will tell you unequivocally is the single best medicine for PTSD. It works better than anything else. It works better than the highly addictive opioids the doctors at the VA will jam down their throats, right? It's a plant, and it works, and it's not addictive, and veterans get tremendous relief from it. If you don't know how it works, THC, CBD in the brain, they shut off the part of the brain when you sleep that allows those vivid dreams to come back and haunt. And that's what the PTSD is. It's those dreams, those night terrors, the things they're waking up. That triggers the vets, and that leads to a lot of the suicides because they stop sleeping, they can't sleep, so then they start self-medicating to sleep, using alcohol, using harder opioids, or just overdosing on medicine to try and get some sleep and stop the dreams. A plant can do that. A plant that won't kill them. A plant that's readily available, and they could grow in their own house. But they can't if they're a vet, which is, it's tragedy. Massachusetts is the only state in New England that doesn't list PTSD as a qualifying condition. The bill that was filed would remove the out-of-pocket costs veterans are required to pay to get a medical marijuana card, which is $200 a year, maybe more in some places in Massachusetts. The legislature has an opportunity to save the lives of veterans, and that's a true statement. That's a true statement. Veterans are dying, and the suicide rate on veterans is unbelievably high. And it's not high because they have shrapnel in their thigh. It's not high because they lost a finger or a hand. It's high because of PTSD. PTSD drives veterans to suicide. And the fact that the state of Massachusetts does not have that as a qualifying condition for these people to get medical cards in this state, it's criminal. It's criminal. It's completely turning their back on those people. It's awful. Veterans also risk losing access to other medications through the VA if they test positive for marijuana. So even if a veteran says, you know what, I'm just going to grow this anyway, but they're on other medications by the VA and they test positive for that cannabis, they could lose access to those other prescriptions to the VA. So they don't use it. So the suicide rate for our veterans keeps climbing. PTSD keeps ravaging that community. And states like Massachusetts are just sitting on the sideline, just watching it happen. Again, you want to be a progressive state? You have all branches of the legislature in your control? Do something about it. Put it on the floor. Take a vote. I applaud Steve Mandile for his efforts. And the representative who filed the bill, let's get his name real quick because he deserves a Representative Michael J. Soto, a Republican from Bellingham. So he's probably one of 5 Republicans in the Massachusetts legislature. He filed the bill to allow them to do it. So kudos to Michael J. Soto. If you live in Bellingham, make sure you vote for the guy because he's looking out for your vets. That's all for today, folks. Have a great one.